Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Sports. And some breaking news: SA Rugby has officially confirmed the opponents and the dates for the Springbok home test for 2025. No venues confirmed just yet, and maybe a little bit of an underwhelming calendar, but I think it was always going to be after how good the home calendar was this year. You know, we welcomed Ireland, the number 2 side in the world, for 2 tests, for example. We got 2 tests against All Blacks. And as a result, we knew we weren't going to be getting Ireland, for example, and we knew we weren't going to get 2 home tests against the All Blacks. And a lot of the rumors going around in terms of what the tests are, and most of them have proven to be true. So, before we get into the dates, please do smash the like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Italy, that is who we will welcome, as well as Georgia in the incoming series. And it will start on the 5th of July, which will be SA versus Italy. Followed by the 12th of July, also SA versus Italy, and then the 19th of July, which will be SA versus Georgia. Now, I personally don't think Italy is the worst incoming tour, to be honest. It is a British and Irish Lions here, which means that it'll be a very weakened England and Ireland sides that sort of go on tour next year. We're not sure exactly what Scotland will look like, but we'll also be missing a couple of their key players. So your kind of options become a really poor wild side at the moment, you know, which we've played a lot in the last few years. France don't send their best side, so it's always a rotated French side if they do go on tour. And then you've got Italy. So I don't think it's the worst tour, to be perfectly honest. Obviously, we want to always be playing the strongest sides, but you've got to also play different sides. And I think Italy are a team which are on the way up. I really think that this year, for example, they actually finished fourth in the Six Nations and borderline third. So they had a really good Six Nations and are getting there. So we've got those 2 tests followed by a test versus Georgia. So I think the big thing for next year is that provides a lot of opportunity to change players and to sort of blood new players in the incoming series, which is generally, by the way, traditionally when we generally do look at new players. We've then got 2 Australia home tests on the 16th and the 23rd of August, and our final test at home will once again be against Argentina on the 27th of September. That means that we will have 2 away tests versus the All Blacks, which will be on the 6th and 13th of September. And we will also have an away test against Argentina, which is on the 4th of October. So in terms of Italy, they've only played 7 tests in South Africa. So a big opportunity for them to come down here and get exposure from them. And Georgia, well, we only played them once, and it was their second test was then called off back in 2020 due to COVID. So yeah, it'll be nice to get back and play against them. They're also a side that are starting to progress and get a lot better. So it's a pretty nice test calendar. I think the big thing will be who do we play in the end of year series, because that could very well be an Ireland, a France, and a Scotland or a England or the likes in the end of year tour, because the Six Nations kind of organised that. So given the fact we didn't play Ireland and New Zealand now in the end of year series, very likely we'll probably play both France and Ireland next year in the end of year series, which would make for an absolutely corker of an end of year series. So yeah, we'll have to wait and find those. That will probably be then a very different sort of outlook to this year, where we kind of had to start on a really, really strong note and be very good in the championship, and then had a bit of a sort of weak opposition towards the last stages of the year. Next year could very much be the reverse, which is quite nice in many ways. It allows us to sort of grow into the season, and by the time you get to the end of the year, it's about being at the best at the time, as opposed to giving players opportunity and still looking to build depth. We want to go in that alternation series next year, play against France, Ireland, Scotland, England, Wales, or in Italy, for example, and try and go and go and beat 2 of them, or at least 2, win 2 out of 3. Try and get 3 out of 3. Try and go and beat those sort of teams away. I mean, I think there's still a big grudge match coming up between the Boks and France when we eventually do play them, after dumping them out of their own World Cup during the World Cup last year. So let me know what you think of the series. Big opportunity for farewells for the likes of Willie Leroux, maybe Makazole Mapimpi, for example. Players like that who are getting a bit older. Could we see them sort of say goodbye next year, for example? I think we'll see Willie Leroux get his 100th test in Bloemfontein. That could be the end for him. Could we see Mapimpi, for example, moved on in like Durban. I'm not saying that he has to move on, but if they were to look to move these players on, they could really try and make them big occasions next year without having to worry too much about hopefully having a bad result. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.